This next build comes to us from Meowskivich, who has submitted a match review before. They are doing a jump scare Oni build, which is pretty unique. And they have 624 hours in the game. It's very funny. Usually I don't show you this side of things, the Google forms, but I love the way they phrase this. I have 624.1 now, apparently. Like, what do you mean now, apparently? Like, what, do you think it's lying to you? What do you mean by that? I just think the way they phrase that. Apparently. Like, I just like the way they phrase that. It's very funny, very cute. Once again, back on Borgo. Borgo has, you know, at least at the time of recording, has been recently reworked, so it has a higher percentile to be gotten in the map rotation right now, so we're probably going to see a lot of Borgo. Way more balanced than it used to be. Used to be like a top 5, top 10 survivor map. Now it's actually pretty fine, so not going to be working too particularly bad in your favor. Let's take a look at your build and your add-ons.
Gosh, we would be on this map, wouldn't we?
All right, so right away I see you running with no add-ons, and to be fair, in terms of any sort of you know, consistency's sake, you should always be running add-ons. It's always better to run add-ons that aren't even like too helpful as opposed to just like none. So always be running add-ons. If you're looking for good add-ons on Oni, which is probably, you're probably getting sick of hearing this point because we get so many Oni match reviews, extra blood, duration, or speed. Any of those line of add-ons, always good picks. Doesn't matter what combo you run. You can run double speed, you can run double duration, you can run duration speed, you can run duration blood, speed blood. All of it's good. All of it's good. Varying degrees of good, but it's all good. If you're just allergic to running the best stuff on Oni, Top Knot's not a bad add-on. It used to be busted. It used to be his best add-on, but it's still pretty all right after the nerf. So, yeah. Definitely don't be running nothing. Your build, like I said, this is a jump scare Oni build. You're running, you know, kick gen stuff happens. So brutal, nowhere to hide, good perks. Nowhere to hide, very excellent info perk. Brutal, very nice perk, especially for Oni, who, you know, a lot of survivors that know how to counterplay Oni will be pre-dropping early. You can eat through that super quickly with brutal, so it's a smart choice. Very good quality of life perk on this character.
Oh hey.
Oh hey, thank you for the whopping 29 months. Spec Ops Wiki. I appreciate that. And then you have Trail, which is working with your stealth. Machine learning's kind of hard to get value out of, honestly. If you're going for like a stealth Oni build and you want this to work better, I know you're going with like you're going for like a gimmick build, but I would probably put just like Tinker here instead if you're going for like a stealth build, because like, I don't know, machine learning is just really hard to get value out of. It's just not a spectacular perk. I mean, even new Furtive Chase, if as long as you go after the Obsession, that works better too. So like, yeah, machine learning is just, it takes too much to go off. So I would just run something else.
I do not like Mew Shattered Square at all.
Really?
It's gross. I hate it.
More than the old one? That's a choice. Your mic is very loud compared to your game volume, and I don't know where to put the volume slider. This is crunchy. Crunchy. I mean, you had a good idea. You searched the right gens first. They just kind of spawned in an odd place, it looks like. That or they're just immersing really well. This happens. This just happens. There's not always like a misplay. Yeah, they spawn right next to you, which is weird. There's kind of no way to like anticipate that. Sometimes the game's just a little silly sometimes. You search the right areas to get started with. Yeah, she's just paying attention, unfortunately. That was a good mind game. It's just unfortunate that she was paying attention. She does get hit here, which is good. Now, you have two options as Oni, which you hear every match review, to get a good blood economy going, is to hit one person and then do what Scott John calls the ooh piece of candy phase, where you like fall around this Fong Min you just hit until you get your power. But I would argue that based on convenience, the split pressure method is a way better way to get a good blood economy going. But obviously it's not as, you know, that's based on how the survivors group up or if they don't group up. You get 40 points on your Blood Fury and your little bar down there every time you hit a survivor fresh. Every time you hit a healthy survivor. So you can almost entirely charge your power based on a split hit. like splitting hits between 2 different survivors. And this also benefits you because now that's 2 people injured running around the map spreading blood. So that is probably always the better option. But the problem is, of course, if like the survivors aren't grouped up, you kind of can't do it. It's basically up to who, like the team you're facing, if that's available to you or not. In this situation, yes, because you just hit her and you hear somebody working over on this gen to the right, so you know 2 people are here. So you should definitely go for the split pressure version of this. Yo, hey, Dole. It's good to see you, friend. Hope you're doing well on this Monday.
Actually.
Yeah, but Bagel, they're specifically trying to go for like a stealth build.
I know where they are, but let's
So like
see from there.
specifically for what they're trying to do.
What?
Yeah, that's
This
they
sounds
probably
like
have
a
distortion.
super-
Yeah, like they're trying specifically to go for a stealth build, so that's why they're running that. Obviously, if they weren't trying to go for that, I would tell them to run other stuff. Even then, I would tell them to run Tinker instead of machine learning. Yeah, see, now she's working on the gen. Wow, you got such value out of that. Such value. Let's go.
But that's
I love machine learning's noise though. As much as I could never recommend that perk, the sound is so cool.
the jump scare build is that.
This is the last match we have more. We have a lot. We have a lot
I'm
tonight.
exactly
That's why we started early.
expecting ONI to go.
Do you use a voice changer? Your voice sounds modulated and pitched. This does not sound like your natural voice. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just pointing it out, I guess. It's just something I noticed. Oh, you're doing that challenge, I see. I mean, hey, if you don't know where anybody else is, just go right back to it. Nice. And that's good, because Bong now is just going to keep running around the map spreading blood, which is going to help your blood economy
I
later.
know I should be looking away. Because I don't have. What? You cooking me? Someone's touching this.
I wish perks had more like special interactions like that with like the cool noise and stuff. I would love to have more perks have stuff like that. Certain color I'm terrible with? Yeah, send one in. We'll do it. I hate when that happens, when I want a survivor to be spreading blood, but they just kind of like, no offense to this player, they play poorly, so you just keep downing them. And you're like, wait, I need you to be around the map like vaulting and working on gens and stuff. Like, can you help me out here? Thank you for that, S. I appreciate that. Ooh, she worked on that. Good. Blood. See, this isn't really dry kicking because they're trying to get nowhere to hide, machine learning, and trail value. So, like, it's not really a dry kick. They're just trying to play to their perks. They're trying to get perk value. I would honestly leave her to bleed. I would not. Yeah, because you have the other Fong Min dead, and they healed up that Michaela. So I wouldn't commit to this. It's not bad that you did. It's just kind of like it's a small efficiency thing. Oh yeah, Pinhead has one of the coolest pallet break animations in the game. Just a, it's really cool. So feeding up with Bro looks neat. Yeah, and I don't want people to like sweat or play comp or anything. You forgot to pick up your blood off of her. It's just to play more consistently. So you have consistently your matches go better. That's a lot of blood over there though. You got a lot of blood from that. Somebody, did you see her? Did you see her to the right? Did you see her? I think you did, okay. Oh no, you didn't. There's a Michaela in this picture. Or is that the Nia? There's a Nia in this picture. You see right below where chat is, there's a Nia crouch walking over there, and the homie just completely misses him. That's a really cool killer. Not this moment. Pinhead right now, if you pick up Pinhead's box, their entire power breaks. They can't M2, they can't teleport, they can't do anything. So, I don't know how they're not kill switched. I don't know how they're not kill switched. Right now, you need somebody dead as soon as possible, so you need to be finding the Fong Min you originally pressured. You call it Pinhead. Do you get so many matches with Oni because Oni is tough to play with? I think that, and also before Xenomorph came out, I was like trying to learn to get better at Oni and Wesker. So it's like characters that I'd been playing a lot. So that's probably part of it. You need to kill her. You need to get her out of here. Every chapter, it feels like. Because he has a complicated power, I would assume. His power is pretty multi-layered and complicated, so... that makes sense. She's doing the right thing. She's deathly and she's trying to deny you your power. Yeah, I don't know why he's not kill switched when Lily pick up the box, like, destroys his power. Like, turns it off entirely. Like, it's just crazy. Yeah, this is that's the better way to play this tile. Yeah, to just drop off. Oh, that was your mind game. See, like, she's not paying attention, so she's gonna fall for that. So you get somebody dead at 2 gens. How does this go poorly for you? You have spent a lot of time just kicking gens to get value out of your perks. But it is you doing the gimmick perk. You have been also not picking up your blood a lot. I've noticed that, like, you've been so, like, interested in, like, getting perk value that, like, you aren't even picking up blood off your hooks. I don't know if you noticed that. You're not picking up blood after you hook somebody. So you're leaving a lot of blood on the table that you just shouldn't. I wish I could see how close you were to your power because you have your little dragon homie in the way. But, like, you probably could have been in your power by now. Use Oni's power for right now. It took me a long time to get good at Oni, Tailbeast. Oni has a deceptively high skill ceiling. So I wouldn't be hard on yourself. It's just difficult. It's just difficult, so I wouldn't be too hard on yourself.
I had to have touched it. There you are.
Bot just all saw Pinhead's box. Yeah, that's a bug. That and the locker thing, it just shouldn't be in, like, that's never been intended and they've never fixed it. That's very frustrating. First killer to get kill switched twice. Did he? When was the last time? Yeah, he was kill switched. Yeah, you're right. I completely forgot about that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really play the character, so I don't really pay attention. Oh, he swung too early there.
Dang you things. Yeah.
I mean, you should be chasing her in your power right now. There's no reason to not be in your power there. You could have downed her really quick and then went and patrolled your gens and probably got somebody else down. Because you know they're wanting to greed that one over by main building. Would have 180 flicks with this swing? Yeah, that's technically an exploit though, so I don't know how long that'll remain in the game. Oni is supposed to be locked in at a 90-degree angle when he swings, but people found a way to get around it. So I don't imagine behavior will keep that, to be honest. I don't imagine behavior will keep that. That's why I put zero effort into learning it, because, like, if it's not supposed to be in the game, it's likely not going to stay in the game. Is what's supposed to happen? No, it's not. Actually, you know, Otts commented on one of my videos talking about this, is that apparently a dev said that and they were wrong. Now, isn't that something? A dev said that and they were incorrect. How does that happen? It's your game. How do you not know what? Anyways. That's so interesting, isn't it? But hey, listen. like, especially compared to old DBD, I love behavior so much. I'll say that. Like they like the events have been better, the rifts have been better, there's less bugs than there's ever been. The balancing has been wonderful. They've been doing a lot of good lately. Like especially this like past like couple years. If this was like old DBD, like back when I started playing, Skull Merchant would never get reworked. Ever. Like ever. They would just leave them like that for like 4 years. It'd be the worst thing ever. But they changed it relatively quickly. So thank goodness. But it's just like little stuff like that. I just get confused, you know? It's just like, huh? What? Just things are just fine confusing.
And we're not getting much value out of machine learning.
Can still get himself in trouble. I think I made that comparison before, Felix. I love behavior like I love a brother. Like, yeah, that's my brother. And sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, that's my brother. You know? I'll talk to him, you know?
I don't love it.
We got Oni and Dredge. I'm actually kind of sad about it, but you know, I'm a Xeno main, so that's why. So that 3 adrenaline, I saw at least 2. I was reading chat. Oh, dude, that scared me. I thought she was gonna wiggle. Boy, oh wow, they just leave her. They're just like, I'm out.
GG. Well, that's my build. I hope you...
Okay. Oh my gosh, yelling. So it's not really, yeah, there's not, I didn't expect anything out of their builds to really do anything with that. In terms of your main takeaways, first off, like, I think the thing I noticed a lot was, like, you were just kind of leaving a lot of blood on the table. Like, you just kind of, like, you weren't picking up your, I don't know if you noticed, you weren't picking up your blood when you were leaving the hooks. Like, you just weren't doing that. You just weren't picking up your blood when you would leave hook. And there was a lot of, like, blood left on the map that you just, like, weren't picking up. I know you had to kind of, like, be on it with kicking the gens because that's like how your stealth build goes burr is by kicking the gens, but I think you kind of had a conflict of interest because you had to kick the gens so much to get your stealth going that you kind of neglected your blood, which is your main power. So like that's kind of not great. You had a conflict of interest here, so like I would definitely obviously pick up that blood. definitely be picking up that blood. Second, you chased a lot of people in your M1 state, which was interesting to me. Like, especially near the end there when you were chasing that Fong Min with Boil Over. Or not the Fong Min with Boil Over, it was Michaela. Yeah, it was the Michaela you whiffed on 3 times. I would have just entered my power, downed her, and went and checked the 2 gens that you... Because you knew through, you know, Trail of Torment, you even said it out loud, oh, they tapped this. So you knew people were on that side of the map, the main building side of the map. You knew people were over there. But when you downed Michaela, you didn't slug her... First off, you didn't enter your power to down her quicker. And then second, you didn't slug her to go check that side of the map, which... And you did that multiple times where it would have been better to, like, slug... and down multiple people to apply extra pressure, and you just kind of did it. You kind of like used it to as like very, you know, like single focus. Like I used this to down 1 person, then pick up, down 1 person, then pick up, down 1 person, and then pick up, right? Oni is a slugging killer. That is like why he was one of the top 10 killers in the game. He is an exceptional slugging killer. So definitely don't do this thing where you're like, okay, I'm just going to use Oni as kind of like a tier 3 Myers with movement and just down 1 person, right? Try to slug, especially when you're running a full stealth build. Oni running around at the speed of sound, undetectable in his Blood Fury. That's how you get the mostest out of this build. So if you're not doing that, you're kind of underselling your own build here. You're not getting the most out of your undetectable. So I would definitely do that. I mean, outside of that, those are kind of the 2 main things. There's, I think the third thing that's just really tiny. You kept seeing a lot of people and just like not going after them. I don't know if like, I don't know what your situation is, with why you would potentially not be seeing these people. But I kept seeing people in the background, and you just like seem completely unaware. Like especially that Nia, when she fished that gen and she just like crouch walked directly in front of you with her lime green hair, and you didn't see her. Like you were missing a lot of like presence of survivors directly in front of you. So I would definitely try to be a little bit more aware. So yeah, so.